I understand English, but I can't speak. Hmm. So you understand English, right? When it comes to watching movies, videos, web series, you understand every bit of it. But when it's your time to speak in English, it's complete silence. It feels that your brain knows the language, but your mouth refuses to cooperate. Why does this happen? Well, today's video is all about that. Would you believe me if I say that language is not about right grammar, right vocabulary, pronunciation? It's exactly by expression. And most of you fail because of imbalanced practice. In this video, I'm going to share it with you three simple, effective, and proven techniques by which you can improve your English and speak better in less than 30 days. Relax, it's not a clickbait. It's actually a video that you all need to hear for a shift in your mindset. Let's understand the root cause. Why is this happening? You're able to understand literally everything. Then why is it that you're not able to express yourself? Imagine you're walking on a tightrope. I'm sure in circus you have seen people walk on a tightrope. Imagine you are walking on that tightrope. One of your hand holds 50 kg weight and the other hand holds 10 kg weight. What would happen? Of course, the 50 kg weight would definitely is heavier, would go down, and the one would go up. This is called imbalance. That's exactly what's stopping you to become fluent. Imbalanced practice. This 50% weight is the input. Videos, you watch videos on movies, web series, everything in English, that's all input. Reading, listening, input. Output, on the other hand, is speaking and writing. Are we doing that? No. You're spending most of your time in one hand, which is input, but output is zero. And that is a root cause. Kindly note that fluency comes from balance, and most of our learners lack that balance. Recently, Stanford University conducted a research. They divided their students into two groups. Group A was told that you have to read one article daily and write about it. Group 2 was told that you just have to read one article daily. Guess what? After 1 week, both the groups were called for an oral interview. And the results shocked everybody. Group A performed 30% better in terms of clarity, confidence, and fluency as compared to Group 2. Why? Because Group 1 was not just reading but also writing. Writing helps you organize your thoughts better. And that's exactly our first technique. Start writing. Even if you want to write few lines, but start. Writing gives structure to your scattered thoughts. Speaking becomes way easier when you have trained your brain to organize the ideas and structures well. As a child, I loved writing poetries. Till date, I keep a diary with myself so that I can jot down everything or anything that is important to me or that I feel is worth writing. So recently, I visited Ujjain Mahakaleshwar temple, and the moment I came home, the energy was so electrifying that my thoughts were just everywhere. My energy was splendid. So, what I did was I started gathering all the thoughts on a paper. It helps you strengthen the bond, express yourself better. When you write down everything, your brain feels clear. It feels okay, now I can express. It's not just about English. Writing in general helps you feel relaxed, and it's really good, or I would say one of the best practices for self healing, or you say mental health. That's the power of writing. You don't have to write essays, articles. You can write 3 to 4 lines as well. You can write anything that means to you, that is worth writing. You can also write what you feel after watching this video. I remember recently I was talking to one of the tutors at EnglishYaari, Nandkumar Gopalan sir, and he told that if you're watching any video, just below the video comment. This comment will help you in two ways. Number one, your creator will really feel good that okay, you found the content worthy. Secondly, you are just doing your writing practice. You're writing something and people can actually read it. Isn't that cool idea? So you can also pause this video and write what you feel about this video in the comments. Just 3 to 4 lines every day about thoughts, emotions, expressions, what's happening in your life will help you speak better English in a long duration. And you can also use AI if you want to get your grammar, check what you have written, but nothing beats personal attention, and that's where EnglishYaari comes in. At EnglishYaari, we connect you with real tutors so that you can have real language learning practice in live one-on-one sessions. You get your grammar, pronunciation, accent, vocabulary, everything sorted at one place because the tutors actually help you right from day one, no matter at what level you are, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or upper intermediate. Your tutor guides you step by step, so there's no chance of missing out. I always say that whenever you're learning any skill, make someone accountable. Let's take an example. If I want to wake up early tomorrow, there's an important meeting and I generally do not get up early. So what I do, either I'll tell my partner to wake me up or I'll tell my parents to wake me up early, right? And they'll do that. When you make somebody accountable for your work, things become easy, simple, and doable. That's exactly what you have to do. When you're with English language trainers at EnglishYaari, it's doable. They are actually accountable for your growth, so they make you fluent. Let's talk about technique number 2. Before that, tell me honestly, we all remember stories, right? Do you remember that childhood story we used to read called Thirsty Crow? I'm sure you know it. Comment, I want to check if you all know it because I vividly remember that story. The first story of my life, the Thirsty Crow. Why does this happen? Why do we remember the stories? Because stories are interesting. Secondly, they're emotional, so people do not forget it easily. And that's what technique number 2 is all about. Listen to short stories, pause it, make it in your own words, and recite again. That's all about our technique number 2, which means start listening to short stories. Not just listen, pause. Once you're done with the story, pause the video. Try repeating the story in your own words, and you will see the result. So let me share one story with you, a story which is really exciting. I always find it fun. The story of a stone cutter. So in a small village lived a stone cutter. Every day he would bring some rocks, try to hit them, bring them into better shapes. That was his job. One day he bought a giant rock. Now everyone was shocked to see, oh God, what a giant rock. So the stone cutter tried hitting it once. Nothing happened. Hit twice. No cracks. Now all the people around started laughing at him, mocking him. Oh, stone cutter, this is such a giant rock, you would not be able to hit it. But he kept trying. 5 hit, 10 hit, 50 hit. Yet there were no cracks visible. But the stone cutter knew that every strike is doing something inside that might not be visible right now. He kept going. One hit after the other. For next 99 times he started. And guess what? On the 100th strike, the rock split into two. Everyone was shocked. What's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is keep going no matter what. Many times the efforts you're investing might not show you the result, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. Do you think that it was the 100th strike which created the difference? No. The difference created was the sum of all the 99 hits he had given to the rock before. So my friends, through the story, I just want to tell you it's okay if you're not able to see the visible results, but keep trying. This is the power of story. Stories stay with you. Now pause the video, retell the story in your own words, and see how confident you'll feel after this. So we are now on the final technique for this video. And I've divided this whole technique into 2 parts. Let's go with the first part. And I've titled this as Stand Tall. So if I tell you to sit on a sofa or on a bed and try to speak in English or try speaking or expressing your thoughts on a topic, you would feel lazy, the energy would not be there in your voice. But the moment you stand up or you sit straight, you see there's a change in the whole mindset. Your brain goes from a basic speaking to now a performance mode. So that's what I want you to do. Sometimes when you want to talk on a topic and you want to share your thoughts, stand tall. Stand, start speaking. You will feel the confidence, you'll feel the rush and activeness of your brain. If you have noticed, a lot of public speakers, they actually walk on the whole stage because that boosts them and that gives them power and kick to perform well. You can experience it yourself. Next time when you think of any topic, just stand. Imagine maybe you're talking to 1,000 plus people or you are representing your city, your state, your country. You can imagine anything for sure and then speak. You'll see a change. You'll see that now you are actually trying to pretend or be better at it. That's the whole trick. Now let's talk about the second part of this, to which I've titled as Stand Strong. In first clip, ma'am, you've told that you have to stand up and then speak. Yes, that helps for sure. But this one is little different. So I'll tell you something honestly. From past 2-3 days, I was not getting the motivation to make any video for you. Yes, I also run out of motivation. So I was thinking that I'll make one. I researched a lot. What should I give to all my learners? Because you share so much love and you always respect the things I bring to you every time. This time I was not getting that kick from inside, okay, go Shruti, make the video for them. But suddenly data came in front of my eyes, the hidden data of content creation journey. So the data stated that more than 90% of people who have this vision, they want to create content, actually are never able to form. So they have in their brain, will try, will do it, but they never do it. And the one who actually try quit quite early. 90% of people, they quit their content creation journey just after posting less than 10 reels or 10 videos. And it's worse in podcast field. People actually quit their podcast after 3 episodes. Now, why am I sharing this data with you? I'm sharing this to tell you that consistency is the only filter. If you stay consistent and if you do something for more than 1 to 2 months, you've already beaten 90 to 99% of people who are still thinking in their head that they'll speak in English, they'll improve their English. You're already taking that action, isn't it? That was all I wanted to share with you. Let's have a quick recap of what we discussed in this video. The first technique was start writing. Let your scattered thought be aligned. I see a lot of you saying, Ma'am, I have so many thoughts, but while speaking, everything is mixed up. I don't get the confidence. Write. Let your brain be little calm and composed while writing. Second tip was where I wanted you to listen to some stories, but don't just listen. Also narrate in your own words. As I shared a story of stonecutter with you, you can retell that story for sure. The third tip had two parts. One said, try speaking by standing because that gives you a boost. And the second part said, life is all about consistent efforts. Exactly like the stone cutter. If you consistently practice for another 1 to 3 months, you would be ahead of 90% of people who just think, who just dream. You might feel that all the techniques are super simple and can be done. Well, that was my only motive through this video. I wanted to tell you that simple is effective, simple is clear, and simple is beautiful. Don't think that I have to complicate my language. Go for things which are easy to understand. Express yourself freely. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's always pleasure to see you all learning and enjoying with EnglishYaari. Remember, nothing beats real practice. Talk to expert tutors. You can also book a trial session at ₹99 and start your journey with EnglishYaari. Thank you so much for watching me till here. Till then, happy learning.